And with that being said, we now have all 36 teams that will be competing in the 2026-27 Champions League. And guys, once again, the Champions League final playoff games did not disappoint. We saw some crazy games today. We saw AEK Athens completely destroy Levski Sofia. We also saw Fenerbahce get a great 2-1 win against Lyon, making it back to the Champions League in over 15 years, while Slovan Bratislava got a very good 2-1 win against Celje. But to be honest, Celje probably should have got the win. And obviously, we also saw Viking get a very wonderful 3-1 win against Dinamo Zagreb. Guys, I'm going to start off with talking about Lyon against Fenerbahce, because I actually predicted Lyon to win this game. When it comes to Fenerbahce, I do think they have a very good team. Their team is definitely Champions League level. Okay, guys, if you look at this starting 11, it's a fantastic starting 11. Muriqi, top goal scorer in La Liga last season. Talisca, fantastic player. Greenwood was fantastic with Marseille. He was fantastic for the multiple seasons he spent there. Kante, Guendouzi, we know they're great players defensively. Goalkeeper, fantastic. And they even had a lot of injuries in this game that they weren't able to play. Players like Aktokoglu, Asensio, Amrabat, Soyuncu. So guys, honestly, Fenerbahce have a fantastic team, okay? Their team is incredible. But after watching how they performed in the first leg game, where they couldn't get it done, it ended in a 1-1 draw at home. I didn't think they were that good in that game. I didn't really have that much hope for them coming into this game. But with how they started this game, they 100% deserve to win, guys. If we look at the momentum, I do think Fenerbahce were arguably the better team for the first 30 or so minutes of the game. But then, honestly, we did see Lyon come back. And in the second half, I thought the momentum heavily switched, and I thought Lyon were the better team. But they also had 2 goals ruled out for offside, guys. Well, I think one of them was technically a foul. The other one was offside, the Openda goal, and obviously the later goal, which was ruled out for a foul on Nathan Ake. But Lyon had many chances to win. They had the home advantage. There was a lot in their favor. And guys, the reason why Lyon lost this game is because defensively, they could not get the headers. That's the reason why. We saw a header from Muriqi getting the first goal. Obviously, the goalie saved it, but then he got the deflection. And we saw the second goal only 4 minutes after by Nathaniel Brown. Once again, another leaping header over Maitland-Niles. So I feel like Lyon defensively, they were okay. Niakate, he did some good things, he did some bad things. Kluivert, in my opinion, wasn't the best, but I do think that's where they lost the game. And I think also in the attack, a player like Openda, I just wanted to see more from him. He had the most shots in the game with 4 shots, and he did not score. And to be honest, his shot accuracy wasn't even good. Most of the shots just completely missed the net. So I feel like Lyon had chances. They could have won this game. They had the home advantage, but I think it was a very good performance by Fenerbahce. And after the first game, I didn't think they were going to do it, but they end up doing it, and Fenerbahce are now back in the Champions League. Moving on to the next game, we had Viking against Dinamo Zagreb, and this game had all the emotions, guys. This was another crazy game from a Norwegian club. By the way, the second Norwegian club to make it to the Champions League after Bodø Glimt won yesterday. And this was a crazy game, guys. At the start of the game, I thought this was going to be another similar game to the first leg, where Vikings start off horribly defensively. They're capitulating. They keep screwing up defensively. And that's obviously how we saw Hoxha score the very early goal for Dinamo Zagreb. Guys, defensively, Viking were shit in the first 10-15 minutes. And that's exactly how they were in the first leg game. But just like we saw in the first leg game, going towards the end of the first half, Viking came alive. And that's exactly what they did in this game, guys. At the start of the first half, it was all Dinamo Zagreb. Then towards the end, we saw Viking come alive. And at the start of the second half, we saw 2 brilliant goals by Viking to bring them to the 3-1 lead. I want to first talk about Trippic's goal, because obviously he got the penalty, which I do think was a penalty. Some people may say it's debatable handball, but I personally did think it was a penalty. He blasted it into the back of the net, straight down the middle, no games, just blasted it in the roof of the net. But the next goal, that was by Ausbo. Bro, this goal was incredible. Fantastic goal, guys. Obviously, it was a 3-on-3 with Viking. Ausbo gets the ball just at the edge of the box. It falls to him, takes about 2 dribbles, and blasts it in the back of the net, completely wrong foots the keeper, and scores the goal. And then only a few minutes later, Moy, who in my opinion, guys, is a very underrated player, guys. This guy is only 20 years old, Norwegian midfielder playing with Viking. I think we need to keep a watch for this guy. He got 2 assists in the first leg game. He got the last goal in this game, a very good goal as well. And I think Viking deserved it. We saw that one breakaway from Bellio where he should have 100% put the ball in the back of the net. and he missed the whole net. He had everything to aim for. He had the whole net and he missed the whole net. And Bellio is a player who I've praised a lot of times. I said in a one-on-one situation, you want to have Bellio there, and he missed the whole net. If he would have scored that, maybe Dinamo Zagreb could have came back, but obviously he missed the whole net, and Dinamo Zagreb suffer a 3-1 defeat to Viking, and Viking make it to the Champions League, joining Bodø Glimt as the second Norwegian team, guys. Norwegian football is on the rise. Norwegian football is on the rise. Moving on to the next match, we had AEK Athens against Levski Sofia, and guys, this was a pretty obvious result. 4-0, I don't think was obvious. I predicted Athens to win 1-0. I thought after the first leg game where both teams struggled to score, I thought they may struggle to score again, but with the home advantage, I did think Athens were going to advance. 4-0 is insane, guys, and they got their goals early too. 3-0 already in the first 30 minutes, guys. Luka Jovic was a great goal, which I did say in my Champions League prediction video that I do think Luka Jovic is a very important player for Athens. We've seen him play with some very big clubs, so I think with Athens he will be a good scorer. But the man of the match was definitely Varga, the other striker, guys. He got 2 goals. The more veteran striker from Hungary, I think he's definitely the more veteran player in this team, but he was very good. Mayed, who I've always been a big fan of, he got the assist, and I think Athens were the better team and they did deserve to go through. Levski Sofia, I was saying in my predictions, if they would have won that first leg game, even 1-0, then maybe it could have been a different story. But with all of that 52% possession that they had, they didn't really create anything in the attack. And even though, like the stats say, Athens had less possession, they were incredibly clinical. They had loads of shots and they were the better team and the deserved winner in this game. And guys, the last match was just finished before recording this video was NK Celje against Slovan Bratislava, and Slovan Bratislava won 2-1. And guys, honestly, I think I may have underrated Celje because I predicted Slovan Bratislava to win both the home and the away game. Obviously, in the last fixture, it ended in a 1-1 draw. In this game, yes, Slovan Bratislava got the 2-1 win after extra time. But honestly, guys, I think Celje deserved it. I think Celje were the better team. They had more possession. They had loads and loads and loads of shots. They just could not finish, guys. 20 shots. And look at the range of these shots. Look at how close these shots are. From the 6-yard box, right in front of the net, missing the net, missing the net, missing the net, blocked, missing the net. Guys, saved. It's like, I don't know how Celje did not score multiple goals in this game. Congratulations to Slovan Bratislava because it was a very, very good performance. And Yaya Toure is coaching his first team in the Champions League, which is going to be very, very interesting. And I do feel like Slovan Bratislava are the better team, but I need to respect Celje because I did not expect this performance. They were incredible for the whole 90 minutes. For the extra time, they were always on top. They were always, in my opinion, the better team, and they always looked like the more likely team to win. But obviously, after that late goal by Slovan Bratislava, Celje just couldn't finish their chances, and they ended up losing this game, and now they will not be playing in the Champions League. They will be moving down to the Europa League. But guys, that is the end of the Champions League qualification, guys. All 36 Champions League teams are officially here. And guys, tomorrow we have the official Champions League draw, which we will be doing another live stream for. So if you guys want to see me go live for that, remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification so you guys don't miss the live. But as always, guys, if you enjoyed this recap style video, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and stay tuned for more videos.